Good morning everybody, this is May the 18th and we're looking at Acts chapter 5. Acts chapter 5 is one of those sad passages. It begins like this: a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price, his wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. And we would think that's a wonderful thing to do. They sold a possession. Now, we don't know what it was. It might have been a field. It might have been a house. It might have been a whole villa. We don't know what it was. But they sold something. And they brought the money. But they only brought part of the money. They gave a false impression. They might have even given a false word. But they certainly gave the false impression. They gave the impression that they were bringing all. But they only brought a part. And they put it at the apostles' feet. But God, the Holy Spirit, was working in the life of Peter. And the Spirit told Peter what was really happening. Peter would never have known. Who's to know what's going on in the mind of men and women when they're thinking? Nobody knows what they think. But the Holy Spirit knows what we think. And the Holy Spirit knew that they'd kept back a part. Perhaps they wanted to use some of the money for another purpose. Perhaps they wanted to impress everybody with their giving, but give the impression that they'd given everything. They'd been so sacrificial in their giving. But the truth is that they hadn't given everything at all. They were giving a false impression. And of course, we all know the story. Peter confronts Ananias and asks him why he has lied. He hasn't lied to people, he's lied to the Holy Spirit. He's lied to God. And he says, Ananias, you will die now. And Ananias fell down, and he fell down dead under the judgment of God. And 3 hours later, his wife comes in and he says to her, oh, excuse me, mate, but did you sell what you had for such and such an amount? She says, oh, yes, we did. And he says, well, why did you lie? Why did you lie? The people that have just buried your husband are going to come now and bury you. And she falls down dead and they carry her out and bury her. And it says that a great fear came upon the church. A great fear came upon the church. Wow. This was an act of judgment of God. And it was an act because they just were lying to the Holy Spirit. It was a check upon the life of Israel and upon the church as it was being founded. And it says the fear of the Lord came upon the whole community. And people didn't want to join them. People didn't want to join them. And yet, in spite of the fact that nobody wanted to join them, there were thousands upon thousands that were joining all the time. That's the irony. When God is at work, sometimes there are acts of God in which he checks the life of the community. And in spite of all that, the numbers of the disciples are increasing day by day. So there's my thought for the day. Sad passage. God bless you. Look forward to talking to you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.